welcome back to my channel. So I have 6 healthy swaps for you. You've been loving these series of like taking some of your favorite snack foods and healthifying them, but this is not about like swapping your favorite candy for grapes. No, I'm giving you real swaps that you can buy at the store for some of your favorite snacks. And the ones I'm showing you today are actually ones that like I used to love. Like, you know where you open it and it'd be nice if you could have like a serving size, but you end up eating the entire bag? Yes. That is what these ones are today, and I feel like, especially during my pregnancy, all of a sudden, I don't know if it's just like nostalgic, thinking about your own childhood, foods that I've not thought about for like 10 years, haven't even crossed my mind or cared to like find healthy swaps for, all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I want that, but I don't want it. So all the ones I'm gonna show you today are better for you ingredients. I always look at the nutrition label on anything I buy. We're not worrying about calories. For me, it's really about the quality of the ingredients. Sugar is definitely a big one there. And then I also like to look at things like protein and your fiber too. If you guys like these videos and seeing just like healthier swaps, hit that thumbs up and comment down below. Let me know like which types of snacks and things you want me to swap for the next one. But for now, let's dig into the first swap. Oh, and by the way, one of the snacks I'm gonna show you guys today has 72 grams of sugar in it, so you're gonna wanna see this swap. First up, freaking flaming hot Cheetos. I love spicy, and you guys, in high school, I used to buy a bag of flaming hot Cheetos for my lunch. It's horrible. Like, thinking back, I'm like, it's so crazy. But I was like trying to diet, but I wanted something, I needed something. So I figured if I didn't eat other things, I could just have a bag of these and it would be great and I would lose weight, right? They're so bad for you. So first of all, just looking at the ingredients, it's tiny because there are so many ingredients in here that they have to make the writing so small to fit everything in. First thing is like enriched cornmeal with a bunch of random possible ingredients. I love the different brands that put vegetable oil and then they list possible ones that they use. I don't even know exactly which one might be in here. Maybe it's a mix of a bunch of things, different artificial colors, powders, just too much. It's too much, you guys. So a serving size is about 21 pieces. It's probably about like a half a cup, maybe, I would think, which is not very much. If you love a spicy Cheeto, you know. And that is 11 grams of fat. There's only 1 gram of protein, carbs 15, whatever. There's zero fiber, and there's no sugar, like cool, but it's just puffed random nastiness. Better for you option, there's actually a lot of different brands now that have like flaming hot kind of puff Cheeto things. I love this. I mean, the brand is LESSEREVIL, so if that tells you anything about what they're putting into it, it should. But these are their Power Curls, fiery hot. They're grain-free, 6 grams of protein per serving. And on these, again, 0 grams of sugar. There's less than a gram of fiber, so not much there, but it's just going back to the ingredients. These are real clean ingredients. They use avocado oil, which is my favorite. If you can use an avocado oil or something in your baked goods, coconut oil, that is the way to go. So not very many ingredients in here. They have cassava flour, egg whites, avocado oil, some seasoning, clean, simple, and delicious. You'll still get that yummy crunch, the cheesiness, and then the fiery spice, but you know you're doing something better for your body. Sour Patch Kids. I am a sour candy girl until the day, I just love freaking sour candy. Chocolate, whatever, like I like chocolate, but if I had to choose between the two, I would go for some type of sour something. And I used to love Sour Patch Kids. You know when you eat them and it would like tear up the roof of your mouth because you had so many of them? That was me. That was me as a child. Great, they're delicious, they're sour, they're yummy. First ingredient, sugar, no surprise there. Invert sugar, corn syrup, modified corn starch, a couple other things, artificial flavors, and a bunch of different dyes. Again, ingredients, not great. This one bag also has 44 grams of sugar. It's a cute little bag. I mean, it's only half full also, so we're talking about like maybe 2 tablespoons, quarter of a cup at the most, and 44 grams of sugar. That is almost double the recommended daily max of 24 grams. So that's a bummer, this tiny little pack. But don't worry, there's a better for you option. I freaking love the SMARTSWEETS. They're so good, but this is the best part about them, you guys. In this serving size, about 17 pieces. So roughly the same serving size, give or take like 4 pieces, which you know, they're just like little guys. There is only 2 grams of sugar. 2. 44 or 2 grams of sugar. And these are still sour. They're the gummy, like you get everything. They are such a good match. They're called Sour Blast Buddies. So like Sour Patch Kids, Sour Blast Buddies, same. But they're just really good, simple, clean. They also have 4 grams of fiber, which is great. Like, why not? They use fruits and vegetables for coloring. They use stevia, so you're not getting sugar. You actually have a natural 0-calorie sweetener in the stevia. Yes, I love these, and it's a nice big bag, which is great. But again, like serving size is about the same, so being mindful of that no matter what is awesome. Again, with some of these snacks, if I could have a normal serving size, like sometimes not the end of the world, but also the ingredients, like we're talking about things that make you break out, especially when it comes to chips with those crazy oils and things in them, we don't want it. But if you want that candy fix, this is such a good alternative. CHEEZ-ITs. I mean, this is just one of those ones that is so good. It's salty, it's cheesy, it's crunchy. I'm a like salty, savory girl when it comes to just snacking and foods in general. Like I want salty chips, I want salty everything. But especially during this pregnancy, like that has been where I want to go. I just want like carby, salty things. So with the CHEEZ-ITs, looking at the ingredients, they have 3 grams of protein, 17 carbs, whatever. Like again, we don't care about that. There's no sugar, so I mean, there shouldn't be. It's a cheesy cracker. But it's enriched flour with a bunch of random additional ingredients, vegetable oil, again, palm oil, canola oil. These are things that make you break out. Some skim milk, some other ingredients. You're just not gonna have the same quality as some of these alternatives. And I actually have 2 different alternatives for you if you want that cheesy, crunchy, salty CHEEZ-IT vibe, but you want to be doing something better for your body. 2 choices. And there's probably more, but these are just 2 of my favorite. So these are almond flour crackers. They are farmhouse cheddar, so you're still getting that cheddar in there. The ingredients on the side are so simple, so easy to read. They're actually made with almond, sunflower seeds, and flax, some tapioca starch, and cassava flour, organic cheddar cheese, sea salt, onion, garlic, like simple, clean, you know exactly what's in them, and you still get that crunchy, like match for match, like for like, CHEEZ-IT cracker vibe without all the other stuff. 3 grams of protein, you have a little bit of fiber in these. So again, if you look at calories alone and like those, maybe a similar, comparable, is it like actual calories? Yeah, pretty comparable. However, the ingredients and what it's gonna do once it's inside your body, how it'll impact your body, completely different. The other one, for those of you that are maybe trying to be a little bit more mindful of how many carbs you're getting in a day, or you're getting your carbs elsewhere and you're like, I don't want to have that also in my crackers and get a bunch, because they're pretty high in those, right? These little PARMCRISPS are such a good option, and these are cheddar flavored PARMCRISPS. So it's just literally cheddar cheese, aged Parmesan cheese, and some cassava flour. They make little cheesy, crunchy crisps. They're still salty. It's not like a cracker, but this is a really good option too if you are trying to maybe either go a little bit lower carb or just be really mindful of how many carbs you're getting in a day. You get some good healthy fats here, which we know are great for our hormones, and they're delicious. So these are a good option. They're really good on salads too, which is nice. And again, you get that yummy CHEEZ-IT flavor. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Who doesn't like Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Honestly, it's so good. Here's the thing though, I have vivid memories after I got dumped in college and cheated on and all of that, of eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch like for dinner. It was kind of the same thing as the Cheetos, where I was like, oh, well, I'll just have this instead and then it'll all even out. But I would eat the whole box. And it was the thing where you like pour a bowl, you have it, and then you're like, no, just have a little more. I'll just have a little more. Because obviously you're not getting full because you don't have any healthy proteins or fats or anything else really in there to help fill you up. It's just sugar and carbs, and it is not great. When you look at it, there's 2 grams of protein in a serving, which isn't nothing obviously, but like not much. 12 grams of sugar, which is pretty high. Like I like with my cereals to try to stay under 6 grams of sugar per cup, ideally. But again, it goes back to a lot of the ingredients where you're just like, okay, you have the wheat, the sugars, like fructose, all those things that we don't want in our bodies that are going to impact our energy levels, our hormone levels, acne, skin, everything. So I have 2 options on this one for you guys too that are both really, really good. They're just a little bit different. My favorite swap is the 3 Wishes, but they're kind of like a Cheerio shape, so obviously like that makes it a little bit different than the actual like square of a Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but the flavor is still there. Comparing to Cinnamon Toast Crunch, this has 8 grams of protein. So per serving, you're getting 8 grams of protein. It only has 3 grams of sugar versus the 12, which is awesome. I don't know if we looked at fat or not, but whatever. And then the ingredients are just chickpea, tapioca, pea protein, some organic cane sugar. So there is sugar in there, but it's real organic cane sugar, cinnamon, salt, monk fruit. Simple. Simple and clean, and getting that protein will help you feel fuller if you're gonna be eating or snacking on cereal too, which is always a great benefit. And I always talk about how most of us are so much lower in our protein each day than we actually need, which is why like Love Soap and His Plant proteins are so great because you can add those into your day. But if you can also be getting extra little small even amounts of protein in your snack foods, that is ideal. So 8 grams is great. And then the second swap, this is actually like a keto one, which you guys know how I feel about keto, not keto, but like the good thing when you hear or see keto foods is that in general, they're really, really clean ingredients. So this is Catalina Crunch. This one actually is more shaped like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It has 0 grams of sugar and 11 grams of protein. So less sugar even than the 3 Wishes and more protein. Again, they have pea protein, some corn fiber, tapioca flour, just a couple like monk fruit, some sea salt, that kind of stuff. So again, really simple, clean ingredients. If you want like that Cinnamon Toast Crunch square vibe and everything else, and you want even more protein and even less sugar, this one is a really good option. And here's the thing I have to say about the Cinnamon Toast Crunch that blew my mind, you guys. Okay, this one I think is like $9. It is pretty pricey for cereal, obviously, so premium. 3 Wishes was like $6, which I thought was expensive for cereal because you're like, it's cereal. The Cinnamon Toast Crunch was almost $7. I was shocked. Just at Albertsons, almost $7. So this, if you're like choosing between thinking about quality of ingredients and price, this was a way, way, way better option because apparently it's cheaper than this one anyway. Okay, are you a Cool Ranch or a nacho cheese person? Because I'm a diehard Cool Ranch Dorito fan all the way, but I feel like people are either like, it's like polarizing. You either like love it or you're like not about it. Freaking love it. I haven't had Doritos, I don't even know, like literally probably 10 years. There's just so many of those foods that I removed from my diet. Again, not because like, oh, they're bad for you or whatever. I mean, they're not great for you, but more just because the quality of the ingredients and everything else, like I knew was impacting my body, especially with hypothyroidism, but just in general impacts all of us. So those were big changes that I made. And as you start eating different foods, your tastes really do change. I feel like I'm like on the counter all the time. Your taste really does change. So anyway, with the Doritos, the back, same thing. You look at the ingredients, corn, vegetable oil, again, a mix of a bunch of oils. And it drives me crazy. It's not like these are the ones in it. It's like this or this or this. It could be any of them. Cornstarch, some whey, which if you guys have like watched a lot of my videos for a while, you know that whey really does make me break out in particular. So it probably makes a lot of people break out. Corn syrup solids, artificial flavors, artificial colors. There's some spice in there, so that's cool. Hopefully some real spices. Yeah, just a list of lots of sugar, all sorts of things. So I don't think it's any like shock to anyone that Doritos are not good for our body. But if you love a Dorito, there are definitely some good options, and these are my favorite. So SIETE, I love all of their chips, but these are their grain-free, dairy-free ranch, which again is just nice if you have any type of allergens that you have something that is great for you too. So it's cassava flour, avocado oil, again, yes, coconut flour, nutritional yeast, some coconut milk powder, chia seed, garlic powder, sea salt, parsley, like some seasonings. That's it. All real things, all real food that your body knows how to process and deal with. And you can still get that yummy ranch chip without all the other garbage. These are still like a 1-2, I know that's a Pringle thing, but like once you pop, you can't stop, but like at least you'll feel better about it if you're gonna go down like the snack moment, you know? I don't know, I love these, they're so good. And our 6th and final snack swap, this one is just like my childhood. Root beer, but not just root beer. I've been thinking about root beer floats, and my mom used to always make them on the last day of school, so I feel like that kind of just has like popped into my head recently. But really, this is about like soda in general. And I know I've talked about swapping sodas for like flavored waters or for kombucha, which is obviously a great option. But there are now so many more brands creating like healthier versions of sodas that are better for you. So like if you like certain flavors, Coke, Pepsi, root beer, whatever it is, you can get them in like a version that you can feel good about. So let's just talk about this root beer. I actually wrote down, because I'm comparing to a 12-ounce can of a better for you version, I wrote down what a 12-ounce can of root beer actually has in it, because this is a 20-ounce bottle. I just couldn't find a can. Okay, so like ingredients wise, carbonated water, high fructose corn syrup, caramel color, sodium something, artificial flavors, the end. Cool. But let's talk about what a 12-ounce can of this has, because soda doesn't really have anything besides like sugar and sodium. It's basically all it is. So in a 12-ounce can, there are 44 grams of sugar in a 12-ounce can. In this bottle, if you want 20 ounces, in the bottle that is the only option of a single serve that I found at the grocery store, there are 72 grams of sugar. What? You guys, that's insane. And people just drink this like there's no big deal. I was such a Coke person. I was a root beer person. Like, I would just drink soda all the time. I used to get like the 44-ounce big gulps. I don't even want to know. Oh my gosh. Like doing the math. Ugh. So even in a 12-ounce can, 44 grams of sugar is crazy. And again, earlier, remember when I said like 24 grams is like the max really of recommended added sugars per day? We're talking about added sugar. That's nuts. It's just not okay. It's not okay. So I do have a better for you option. And talking about like root beer floats, I've done that video for you guys of like the ice cream taste test. That Rebel one that was in that video is the best, like my favorite vanilla ice cream. So pair it with the swap of the root beer I'm gonna give you, and it'll be heavenly. So this is the OLIPOP root beer. I love OLIPOP Poppy. Those are all brands, those two brands that are like really doing such a good job with clean, healthy ingredients, but giving you like yummy flavors. So this root beer only has 35 calories, but the beautiful part about it is it only has 2 grams of sugar. 44 grams of sugar or 2 grams of sugar. So this one's only 2 grams of sugar. The ingredients are actual like real ingredients, a bunch of like natural things like Jerusalem artichoke inulin, you have some cactus, there's kudzu root, whatever that is, but sounds cool. Marshmallow root, slippery elm bark, cassava root syrup, apple juice, organic natural root beer flavor, lemon juice, whatever. You get the idea. Clean, real ingredients, and you only have 2 grams of sugar, and this tastes just as good, the same, equal to the AW or any other brand of root beer that has 44 grams of sugar in the same size. Okay, I had to show you because I have it in my fridge because I was like ready to make my root beer float. So this is the Rebel ice cream. So do this with the OLIPOP root beer and you will have a way better for you root beer float. I'm making this today because it's so hot outside and I'm super excited, but it's just like such a good healthy swap. So those are like the 6 things that have just been top of mind for me that I've been craving, especially during this pregnancy. But I know that they're snacks that a lot of you girls eat regularly and are always looking for better alternatives. So hopefully you love those swaps. If you did, hit the thumbs up. And also don't forget to comment down below and let me know what kind of swaps you guys want me to do next, because when you tell me those ideas, I like go after it and I will find a better for you swap that is easy and convenient. Anyway, I love you guys so much. I will see you soon. Bye.